What if you sharing what's weird and real and true and what you may want to hide about yourself? What if you sharing that leads to your next level of life? What if it takes you to a whole new level? What if it attracts in authentic soul tribe that you connect with in community and that it adds to your health and well-being, your impact, your growth, your success, your feeling of love, of enrichment and fulfillment, and brings about even a greater ripple effect because your voice, your truth, your shine, your expression creates a ripple effect that is so profound beyond comprehension and is important. And we're under the full moon of Aquarius, so it's heart in Leo and the moon in Aquarius, and that is very humanitarian, it's visionary, it's about the greater good of the collective while also owning all your quirks and flaws and perceived imperfections, what you may feel others may not accept about you, or that you reject in yourself, or that you hide somehow or you don't bring forth because of how you feel it will add to something, or how you will be seen in not wanting to project that, what seems to be coming to you. Feel free to journal on that, what aspects of yourself that you may keep to yourself or not quite put out there, and how you could potentially work with that more under this energy to be more authentic, to be more the truth of who you are, or to not care, to get into an energy of being unbothered, which is a very authentic, very high vibration in just allowing the full expression of yourself exactly as you are, that it's easy, that it's natural, it's simply you being you and speaking on whatever you want to speak on because it makes you more magnetic. Yet your truth is valuable and important. And when it's connected to being from the heart for the collective service or vision from the heart, it truly is transformative and it can inspire so many others. It can lead you to connecting with more people that take you even further on your soul's evolutionary journey, excuse me, and expand your heart even more. I was getting guided to speak on that energy of the Aquarian weirdness or freak kind of um situation. I'm being drawn back to this morning and how I was coming back from a walk and I turned a corner back up into the village and was smiling and kind of half saying something to myself and someone caught me and laughed and I just laughed back at them and I was like, yeah, it's tough as myself. Like whatever. Owning it and I laughed, she laughed, and it was great, you know. I really appreciated it. But then you see these responses shift and change as you become more embothered, as you own who you are, as you feel that you're more congruent and coherent in your frequency and just being yourself, and you fully accept yourself as you are. That you simply don't really care how you're perceived. You're just really allowing that shine. And that is the energy of this full moon, really allowing your shine in the way that it can benefit others, to look at any potential detours or failures or things that you perceive to not be working and to embrace the fact that that has been working for you, that it's taking you somewhere even more magnificent and even more aligned with your heart and soul and aligned with the vision that you have. So any rejections or delays can be leading you to something even more magnificent. I've had this happen to me so many times in not happened to me, but happened for me. Let's reword that in applying for countless jobs and just getting rejected, and not following through. It's just not opening up for me. Spending weekends on doing design tests and things that I was requested to do for interviews, and it's just not moving forward to finally getting the message that you're here to simply create, to be the creator, to blaze your own trail, to put yourself out there, to do what you want to do, to become your own CEO of your life, and to put yourself out there as an entrepreneur, a soulpreneur, to be in creative expression, connecting with your higher self and following what's coming from you rather than what you think you should be doing, following logical mind or following societal models or what someone else is asking of you or expecting of you or even demanding of you, because then that's coming from external noise and it's not you following what has always and already is inside of you, simply wanting to come out. And the purpose of our lives is to connect with that and to truly let it emerge from us in the fullness of our being, in feeling whole and feeling complete and feeling sovereign, in understanding energetics, in understanding mindset, in understanding the importance of emotional self-mastery, in understanding the importance of being unbothered, in understanding nervous system regulation and all the practices that we can use in sound healing, frequency music, to be on the vibration that we prefer, to be using and employing these practices and techniques as we're moving more into the creative process of sharing our truths and our gifts and talents and stories and wisdom that can benefit others, and contributing in that Aquarian greater good for the collective, for how it may inspire, uplift, support, ignite, help someone else remember that they're here to do that, and that it's perfectly safe, and that you're guided in every now moment, that you can connect to your higher self and embody more of your higher self, so that you feel empowered on that path. And having an even more intimate, more loving relationship and partnership with yourself and with the divine. And my book absolutely goes into that. It's called Evolving Embodiment. It's on Amazon. There's a link in the description if you'd like to get that. And if you do and you find that it inspires you, it supports you, even if you find there's things that you don't resonate with, but it helps you in that process find what is more of the resonance for you, or how your reaction to something can trigger or activate something in you, which takes you further along your pathway to your highest truth, then it does the absolute service work that it's here to do. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So back to authentic truth and vulnerabilities. There can be several people out there who feel that they've made it, if they've stepped into their full alignment of being on purpose and on mission and on track. And yet in the changing times in this world, we are experiencing some turbulence in the world, in events that are happening, massive growth of AI and changes that are coming with that in technology. It's not to cause an alarm or anything, but this is change unlike anything we have seen before. And it can be creating an impact within us internally if we allow that, or in our lives and in our connections and relationships, and things that are no longer in resonance can be falling away as we align more to what we prefer and what we do want to be creating, and to hold that frame and that anchored trust and certainty and safety, and feeling rooted within our own energy, within our own bodies, as being the superpower that we get to cultivate, to nurture, to expand on, and to grow in any of the pivots and the adaptability that is required, that we constantly need to adapt in moving into change and moving into the future and making forward progress, and constantly maintaining our focus on that and our connections that truly uplift and ignite and support us, so that we can add to our well-being, to our longevity, and to our impact. And those connections are ones that celebrate you, that support you, that are there for you, that see you, that know who you are, that know the song of your soul, that know your hearts, that know your energy. And you feel that expanded energy with them. And to tell a truth, I mean, I launched my book yesterday, and I had this phenomenal support from people that I connected with in recent years who feel like soul family. And I would not have had those profound experiences and felt so grateful to be more connected to a global family had I not felt the need to move away from, to temporarily become estranged from my own family of origin, and to feel I was on a quest to activating and cultivating a greater love within me, in my own individuality, in what I was pursuing, in how I wanted to have the freedom to fully express myself on my own terms, in my own way, outside of systems that may have attempted to keep me where I was, out of protection, out of whatever the reason it may be. Some can be harmless, some are harmful to you, yet ultimately we're here to be ourselves, and we need to liberate ourselves from some systems and ways of thinking and ways of being and environments and ways of living, in order to go on that quest of discovery, to go on the hero's journey, to become who we really came here to be and to connect with that. And on the journey of doing that, you truly do connect to amazing soul family, the extended global family, and it connects you and unifies you back to everything in oneness again. So if you feel isolated in any way at this time, or you feel that you're not receiving support from people that you would love to receive support from, know that support is available to you and it's always accessible to you from within, connection to source and connection to your higher self. In that love within you, you can receive and create absolutely everything. And that is the gift of the journey of hardships, of difficulties, of relationships that may break down, or toxic cycles that we can experience, and mirroring ways that we are going against ourselves by not being in alignment, which can be a profound truth, that we're accountable for accepting and integrating and knowing that we are creating everything, that we're creating everything with your minds. And I noticed and observed this repetitive loop happening in me recently, where someone was showing up a certain way in my reality in a way that I didn't prefer, and immediately caught myself and apologized and was doing the 𝑓ocus prayer and saying to myself, my God, I'm creating this because something in my subconscious mind is giving me an expectation or an assumption of this to occur. Or it's being created for my benefit because it's activating a certain trigger response within me, which is actually fuel for my purpose of what I'm driving forward with. So it has all been created by my soul. I am creating it from my energy, and therefore I can see the cosmic funny of that. And I can release certain energies and come back into greater lightness. And even through laughter, you lighten your energy. Bashar, who's channeled by 𝑓ocus, has revealed that, yes, he does indeed have a sense of humor when someone asked if they ever laugh, if they're funny. And he channeled through Daryl that if he were to make Daryl laugh in the process of channeling, it would immediately disrupt that connection and take Daryl back into his own energy, because laughter actually expands and liberates your spirit and brings you fully back into your own energy. Laughter can cleanse your auric field and bring you back to the resonance and truth of who you are, because you feel more in your own spirit. Laughter being fantastic medicine. So there's a tip there to go find something that makes you laugh and makes you feel good, and to see the funny in situations wherever possible, if you can. If you're going through a challenging time right now, to know that all is temporary and does pass. And if you connect within you to your own self-love and have a lot of compassion and tender care for yourself, you'll feel lighter in your energy, and the way is revealed. Guidance shows up, insights come, you receive greater clarity, and you feel supported. So if you're wanting to feel more supported, whatever it is that you're wanting to feel, you can activate and give that to yourself within your own energy. And not be afraid to share your journey and your processes with others in ways that can uplift and expand them, even if you find people react strangely or think you're a bit weird or odd. It is the full moon under Aquarius, and you're invited to let your inner freak out and to shine. Let me know if this video has resonated for you. Thank you for getting a copy of my book. My journal is also down below, or if you'd like to receive energy attunements with me for the transformative activation from the inside out, because it's one thing to have a fleeting moment in meditation where you connect with your higher self, or you're connecting to a certain vibration and you're feeling good, and then the stresses and the pressures and the things that happen in our realities can sway us again. Yet the pathway of connecting with energy healing as a tool, a resource that you have at your fingertips that you can simply consciously connect to, helps you to embody, helps you to be on that evolving embodiment of living from the inside out, feeling more empowered and sovereign and whole and complete as you were when you came into the world, and as you are returning and remembering, and which we all are in these huge planetary shifts that we're going through right here, right now. Thank you for listening, sending you so much love, and see you in the next one.